morning, Brent.
Good morning. Good morning.
I gotcha.
Uh-oh.
This is well, maybe some people are listening to this in the morning.
Oh, good point.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. That's
Happy
weird
rise
when
and
people...
shine on a beautiful Monday. Beautiful Monday morning.
Or Tuesday.
Or Thursday.
Or Thursday.
You know what
We
I'm
better...
doing? You know what I'm doing on Wednesday?
What?
I'm getting a COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
And then I'll be the new face of the nose.
Oh, no.
Nope.
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 That's
Soundboard
exciting.
strikes again.
So you just go in and they just give you it?
I'm getting stabbed with a needle, and it'll make me invincible.
And then do you have to still wear a mask?
Yeah.
Or can you walk around with your vaccination papers?
I think if I laminate them and hang them around my neck, I'm good.
Yeah. Man, that's weird. Does vaccination protect you, or does it protect does it protect others, or is it just you? I guess kind of just you, right? Like
It
you could
protects
still
everybody.
But you could still...
Well, because what it does is it lowers. So if you were to, number one, it protects you from the virus, because if you do contract it, your body is able to handle it a bit better, so that what you put out into the world is such a minimal amount of it that it's not so dangerously contagious that it's not your viral load that you export.
Exhale?
Yes.
Yeah.
is not enough to make someone else deathly ill. So it's a bunch of people who will then, if you do get the virus, it's such a small amount essentially that it's not enough. It's enough to like kind of give you a cold ish, but not put you in the hospital or kill you.
So technically you could still be
You can still
contagious,
get sick and you can still be contagious, but it's not enough to be a pandemic. I know.
Yeah, we don't have it in Canada.
No, you don't have vaccines. You guys are not going to get vaccines either. I read that on the internet.
Yeah. Canada's been isolated from the rest of the world.
I heard that Canada chose not to accept vaccines. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. We're going to make our own.
Cool. Maple syrup.
With maple syrup and paprika and
nice.
And basil leaves.
You put it you put it on the tip of a bee stinger.
Yeah. That's how we're putting out our vaccines, little bees.
Just a little bit, dude. That's efficient. I like that.
Yeah.
And it's friendly.
Our government's like, hey, can you guys please, in the summer, all those vaccinating bees are going to be out. Make sure you're around a lot of flowers, a lot of pollen. Man, yeah. Are you a little scared?
It's a little weird. It's definitely a little weird to consider the fact that it's the first of something like that, but it's not though. It's like if you listen to any kind of scientist or epidemiologist or anything like that, they're just like, a fucking vaccine is a vaccine, dude. They're all the same.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I'm weirded out when I get normal flu vaccinations. I'm always like, oh, this is weird.
It's always a little weird. Even the flu shot is just strange. But I mean, I'm looking forward to the green scales and the tail that I'm gonna grow. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna be like the fish on The Simpsons, the three-eyed fish.
I'll get that. I'll get that third eye. That shit'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I can close my other two eyes while I work now. Right. That means I never have to go to sleep. I can just leave. I'll close two eyes, and then I'll leave.
You already don't go to sleep.
I
know. Yo, you recommended last podcast Shadow in the Clouds.
Yeah.
I was pretty amped about you telling me about it.
Yeah.
I was damn, this seems like... So what I did was I went and put on the trailer really quick just to, put the trailer on.
Yeah, because that's what you don't actually watch movies. You just watch the trailers and then judge them based on that.
Well, I was about to watch it, seriously. And I think So I seen the trailer and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
No, not watching this. Only because
Yeah.
I hate like those movies where it's like what is that like that movie where they're like on a bus and they have to keep going at 50 miles an hour.
Speed?
Speed.
You don't
Yeah.
like Speed?
No.
The fuck?
You like Speed?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Oh,
I
get
can't do
out of
that.
here. You're fired.
Yo, there's this one movie though. It's about a subway system in New York. I'm blanking on the name of it. It's with Denzel Washington
Taking it
and
Pelham
John
1, 2,
Travolta.
3.
Yeah, amazing. That one's
I
amazing.
never watched it. That's a remake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a remake of a movie from the 70s.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah,
That
you
movie was
would.
good. Great movie.
God, I am like personally insulted that you don't like Speed.
You know, I can't say that I've actually watched the whole movie.
Oh my god, dude, have you ever seen like Con Air with Nicolas Cage?
No,
Have you ever seen Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta?
no.
Dude, okay, you are missing an entire. This is an entire era of dumb action movies that are just like so over the top ridiculous that this is like a piece of humanity that you need in your soul. It's like, what's wrong with you?
If there's like if the action sequence, and I like action sequences, if they're too long, I have to zone out.
Well,
I can't.
Speed is just one action sequence.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
all it
Michael
is.
Bay movie or what? Like, because I can't do that at
Dude,
all.
you are missing out. Face Off, especially.
Oh, I will say Shadow in the Clouds. I looked it up,
Yeah.
and I might be completely way off here, and I'm not even going to Google it. But I remember seeing the same people that made Shadow in the Clouds made
What did they make?
Atomic Blonde on Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
You'd like it. It's like very specific, like Cold War
Okay.
spies kind of thing.
Okay.
But the way it's shot is very much like an 80s movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
All
it's
right.
very
All right.
like Russian bad guys and
I'll
stuff like
watch that.
that. And
Yeah, I'll watch that.
yeah, dude, it's very color graded like that. The music is like weird German techno-y kind of stuff, but it's
Okay.
like remakes of good 80s music.
Okay. All right.
I guess like 70s, 80s music, but love it.
This is a slight sidetrack. So, my daughter watches this show that's on the Disney Channel called The Secret of Sulphur Springs, I believe it's called. So it's almost like a kid's like mystery thriller horror show kind of thing, but like for kids, so it's not really that scary.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Dad, look at this." So we're watching the trailer, and I was like, "Yo, that looks fun," because it's just like a couple of kids. They move into like this hotel, and there's like a ghost in it or whatever. So I'm like, "I'll watch that, sure." So the premise is that this guy moves his family from Chicago to Louisiana and buys up this old hotel that was in his neighborhood when he was growing up, and the plan is for him to fix up this hotel. And then the kid goes to school and he's like, "Oh, I live in the old hotel." And everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's haunted. How could you live there? Blah, 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 blah," whatever. And he's like, "I don't know. It's not haunted. I live there." So he befriends this one girl, and she's just like, "I'll go in there." Because the girls are always way braver than the boys, you know. The boys are always like, "It's scary." And the girls are like, "Get the fuck out of the way," you know.
Yeah. You know how reality works?
So the whole thing is they go in the basement, they find this, blah, blah, blah. They find a hatch, right? They open up the hatch, they go out, and they see all these kids. And then they end up walking, and then they see the hotel, and the hotel looks like it's like brand new. And they're like, "Oh my God, we traveled 30 years into the past of 1990. And I was just like,
whoa.
"Oh, fuck."
Yo, this seems a lot scarier than
Dude, it is crazy because my daughter is just like, look, they go back. It's like the 50s. I'm like, it's not the 50s. It's the 90s. I was like, those parents are old as I am.
Oh my God, it's the 1800s.
She's like, ew, what are they wearing?
Oh man. And is it scary?
I mean, it's, like for little kids, it's got like little jumps. It's like a Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark-ish type of vibe,
Yeah, those always scared me.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I enjoy stuff like that because I especially like ghost story things that are just like really cheesy and easy, because they're just like really fun to watch. Like we started watching what's it called? Like 2-line horror stories. You ever see this?
No.
So what it does is they're 20-minute episodes each, and at the beginning of the episode it says like a line. It says like I did this and blah 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 whatever. And then it shows like this whole little mini horror story in 20 minutes, which is great because there's like literally no time for build up. It's just like people like believe things like instantly, and it's like really cheesy and it's really low budget. And then at the end, the second line comes up and it like completes the thing. So it's like it summarizes the whole episode in 2 lines. It's pretty cool. Like it's it's interesting. It's like extraordinarily low budget using CGI. So it's like it kind of hurts to watch almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't do it. 20 minutes sounds good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good because it's like really cheesy and you're just like, oh my God. But like it ramps up really fast because they only got 20 minutes to do it. So like it hits like the apex really fast. So they're like fun watches,
I was talking about this the other day. How sad are you about, and I don't know if are you consuming any like longer format shows or series
like
anymore?
What?
Because, I feel like I haven't.
Well, like Friends?
What? No, like, let's see. For me, like Breaking was like the
Breaking
last
Bad.
one I think that like the last like series that I watched that I like was super invested in or whatever and like cared about and like thought it was really well done. And then it's like I watched Game of Thrones and stuff, but it's like we've talked about this. No, I didn't really care. It's not something I'm gonna watch again.
We started watching Ozark finally.
Okay.
And made it into the second season and just got distracted by life. And then it's just like every time we go to watch, we're like, we're not gonna have time to sit.
That's the same with us.
Yeah, it's like we're not gonna have time to like sit and watch 2 episodes or whatever. So then we just don't watch it.
Yeah. Yep. Ozark is what I fell off on. Ozark season 2,
and it's really good.
It is. Yeah. And that's what sucks is I feel like I'm consuming things now that are like, can I watch this and maybe fall asleep and I won't care? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I'll consume.
Yeah. What am I? I've been like just like devouring documentaries lately.
Yeah. Which kind of starts to suck too, because you start realizing like the formatting. You know what I mean? Or like the way they're told, and you're like, fuck.
It's also like you realize how rare it is to like, because you'll watch a documentary that everyone's talking about and you watch it and you're like, wow, that's amazing. I want to watch more like that. And then to find another documentary like that is impossible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last good one I seen.
I watched the Night Stalker documentary.
Okay, I did as well.
What did you think about it?
Wait, did I fall off on that one? That was the LA guy, right?
Yeah.
Ramus or whatever.
Ramus. Yeah, Ramus.
Yeah, I fell off, dude.
Ramus,
I can't do
Night
that.
Stalker.
Yeah, Ramus. Wasn't his name Ramus though? Wasn't last name Ramus?
Richard Ramirez.
Ramirez. Yeah. Ramus.
Ramus Ramirez.
Ramus Ramirez. Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Richard Ramirez. That's what a show. It's just it's just like a standard sitcom, and then he just like walks in and he's just like, hi. And he's just like covered in blood and shit.
Yeah, they're like, did you kill another guy?
Did you murder a family again?
And then he kind of just like shrugs his shoulders, looks at the camera.
Ramus.
Laugh track. Not again. All right, Dad, go get the shovel.
Oh my God. Yeah, that documentary, it was filmed well, and I was having the conversation with my wife about like, it's good because it doesn't sensationalize the serial killing, but at the same time, like you just like there's like not enough of like the weird shit like to really dig into. Like it's like very detective heavy, you know.
You know what's weird about that one specifically is you're right. They don't like romanticize like
No,
the
not at
serial
all.
killer. And is it because he was like kind of like a homeless like drug addict dude?
No, I think it's just because he is like one of the most evil people that existed, and it's like when
Yeah.
they glance over it really briefly, and they're just like, they're like, well, this happened to him when he was a kid, and this happened to him when he was a kid, and blah blah blah, and it's like one of the guys says like, literally everything that happened to him in his childhood is the worst thing that could happen to a kid, so it's no wonder why he turned out to be what he became. But at the same, like, so you don't want to feel bad for this guy because he just like raped and murdered like a bunch of everyone, like from like children to elderly, and so he was just this like the best example of the worst human being to exist, so you don't want to give him any kind of like leverage in trying to be like, well, it's because of this and this part of society made me this way, and it's just like, oh well, he was just a child one, like you don't want to like just cut him some slack because he was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, he had like a little bit of a crossover into like did you watch the Cecil Hotel documentary?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. He had a little bit of crossover into that, I believe.
Yes, he did. That's right. I
watched he was
both
staying
of those
at the
back
Cecil.
to back. Yeah. What did you think of that one?
I was curious because I didn't actually know how that story ended, but I remember because she was from Vancouver, like hearing about it and stuff like that.
Right.
So it had some crossover, but I never honestly like the ending to that story or whatever.
I didn't know the ending either. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was extraordinarily anticlimactic.
Yeah. That's I was kind of like, okay, like, I mean,
it like wasn't like once you actually hear all the facts laid out, you're just like, oh, okay, well, duh, that's exactly what happened. Like, it's not even weird sounding at all.
Also, like, I felt weird when they were like trying to blame the hotel. Like, a lot of people were trying to like blame it on the hotel or like blame it on certain guests that like didn't
have anything to do with it.
Yeah, it's like, yo, have you ever crossed paths with somebody who like is kind of being like nuts, and you're like, all right, like I'm gonna avoid. I'm not like stopping to like hold their hand.
No, I'm not engaging with that dude. Like, especially growing up in New York, like when I was a kid and I would like wander the streets of Manhattan with my friends. Like you walk into all sorts of weird people, and you're like,
dude.
No, thanks.
Yeah, like I'm gonna try to like help the people around me, I guess.
Right.
But it kind of sounds like her family might have failed her a little bit, or like, without sounding, I guess that sounds weird to say, but
pointing fingers.
Yeah, like I don't want to point fingers, but I mean, it definitely wasn't the hotel's fault.
No, and like, the best part is when the couple is talking about like the water turning brown or whatever. So the maintenance guy goes up and he looks into the water tank and he's like, "Oh my God, there's a body in there!" Right? So right then and there, you're just like, "Oh shit, she jumped into the water tank," and that's it. That's the end. But then they keep it going for like another hour, and they're like, "But no one knows how she closed the cover." And I was like, "Wait, when did anyone say that she closed the cover?"
You know what's different about you thinking about that though is you come from New York, where like water towers on tops of buildings and stuff is like, isn't that kind of how New York is built essentially? Yeah. Where it's like I haven't seen that ever. You know what I mean?
So you don't have those things.
No, like I don't. Okay. We don't. I mean, I'm sure like our bigger cities have them or whatever, but like I'm not used to seeing like giant water tanks on top of buildings and things like that. So
right.
But for you, you're like, yo,
yeah,
fell in.
Oh, you never jumped in a water tank before?
Me and my friends used to swim in those things all the time. I love the water going brown is so creepy. Just like extra disgusting.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, it's just like, oh man, and those people are just like, and we kept drinking it. And I was like, yo, first of all, I've been like in the nicest hotel I've ever been in. I've never drank water out of the tap.
Dude, that's amazing. Yeah. I go over to people's houses and I won't drink their water. I'm like, no, thanks.
I don't even drink the water out of the tap of my own home. I don't.
I will say, yeah, we quit drinking the water out of our own tap.
Yeah,
We like
dude.
filter it or whatever. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Oh
for
man,
sure.
it's like you watching this, and then you got all the idiot web sleuths and all that shit, and I'm like, oh my god, the amount of dumb people in this documentary is just shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you raise a really good point. The fact that they found her because of the water, they should have never found her that way. Those people should not have complained about the dirty water. They should not have been drinking the dirty water.
It's a fucking $5 a night hotel. What do you expect the water to look like?
Well, you pick a case of water up on your way to that $5 a night hotel. Oh,
I mean, like
shame on them.
literally, they said like the hotel was right by Skid Row, where just like thousands of homeless people live. Do you expect the water in that hotel to be fucking crystal clear? Like, do you really expect that?
Yo, how great is that everybody like booking that hotel is like, oh, it seems pretty great, like online. And then they show up and it's like, which, I mean, fairness, that was almost me in New York. You had actually, like, I was going to book like a really shitty hotel in kind of a shitty area. And you were like, no, don't book there. And then you sent me links to some hotels or whatever. And yeah, the places we stayed were like, you know, no rats, no cockroaches.
I mean, I will say, like, when we went to San Francisco after a trade show. We did a trade show in L.A., and then we went up to San Francisco to hit some stores that carried the brand when we had CXXVI. And my partner, Matt, at the time, he found a hotel that it was, like, really last minute. So he found it. He was like, this looks good. He's like, we can all squeeze in here because there was a bunch of us. And it was creepy as shit in a really bad area of San Francisco, and it was just like drug addicts and shit hanging out on the corner or whatever. And my wife and I were sick. Like it was just like at the first day of having really bad colds. You know, it was like it was really bad. And we had all of our shit with us in the car, and we were, I think, the only guests in this giant hotel. So we walk up there, and it's just like completely empty. This big fucking hotel, empty, and we're sick, so we start looking up. Like once we finally get there, because we had to drive up the coast, which was like 8 hours. So we finally get there, and Matt and a couple of other guys that were with us, they were just like, we're gonna go grab a drink or whatever and just unwind. Do you guys want to come? And we were like, no, we're feeling too sick. Like, forget it. We're not gonna come. And so we're laying there and we're trying to watch a movie. And we didn't remove any item of clothing because we looked up the hotel and it was just like, it's got bed bugs, it's got this, it's got that. So we're laying on top of the sheets, covered in like sweatshirts and jackets and stuff, and we're trying to watch a movie to fall asleep to. So we kind of we like start to pass out because, you know, we're feeling shitty. Everybody kind of gets back. They're kind of loud, whatever. Cut to like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And it sounds like someone's taking a shower. So I wake up and I look over at my wife and I'm like, what the fuck? Who? Why? And then Erin was just like, she's like, oh my God. So we're just like annoyed that someone decided to take a shower. So we wake up in the middle of the night and we wake up in the morning and we go and we're like, which one of you assholes was taking a shower at 4 o'clock in the morning? And then they're just like, no, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. I was like, no, seriously, like who was taking a shower? No one was taking a shower. The shower turned on at 4 o'clock in the morning in this fucking empty ass haunted hotel. And it was just like terrifying. Now, cut to the beginning when we first get there. We park the car in the garage. We start walking through and my wife is just like, I don't have a good feeling about this place. She's like, this place feels like it's haunted. And I'm like, oh my God, it does feel like it's haunted, doesn't it? So then Matt is walking with us. He's like, chill. He's like, I don't want to stay in a haunted hotel. And we're like, nah, it's probably fine. So then, that night, the shower was just on by itself. It just turned on by itself. And we could not get out of there fast enough.
You guys only stayed for one night?
It was one night, and then we hit the stores that we had to hit, and we hopped on a plane, and we took a red eye back to JFK in New York.
Yo, but how much do you appreciate staying in a really shitty hotel? now. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you stayed in a really shitty hotel, you know what it's all about.
Oh man, dude.
You know?
I mean, we stayed in some doozies. That trip alone had a few. Like we stayed in this like weird like motor lodge, like motel type of deal.
Yeah.
Like when we were down in LA, because we couldn't get into the hotel for the trade show yet the day before, and then the day after we got into the trade show hotel because it was all like one complex. But the day before we were in just like this motel, and there was like, I forget, there was some dude who was out there. And again, we were carrying all of our gear with us. We had all the samples, we had all of the, the props for the booth and all that kind of stuff. And some dude is just out there just like being shady as hell, like trying to like sell us like weed or something like that, and like telling us about his girlfriend and whatever. I'm just like, this is not the place we want to be. We have like a lot of material in this fucking rented car.
Yeah. Just sitting there.
Yeah.
You ready to do the I got another throwback.
Oh, you got a
throwback to older episodes.
All right, let's try a throwback.
All right, so this one's from episode 14, Deathcation.
Oh, 14, what's up?
What do you turn to when you don't have any passion or don't really care for a project that you still need to get done?
Man, I don't remember how I answered this one. But whatever the answer was, what I do now is I just turn it into a project that I want to do. I'll just like find a way to change it. I just use my gift of talking to try and twist it into something that I like with the client. Because if I don't like it, then that means that means it's the idea is not exciting, right? It's not exciting, at least not to me. So then I'll talk to the client. I'll just be like, listen, like this is kind of falling flat in my head, let's turn this into something else. Like, how can we spice this up or whatever? So, instead of just being like, I don't want to do this job, like I'm just like, yo, this can be better. And, for the most part, I've never had a client push back on that. They always go, oh, okay, I had questions about this, whatever. So it's always kind of worked out in my favor. And it's only been for the positive, because then you get a better product out of it too, What
if it's a project that
is boring to begin with, just in general?
Just like a process problem, or just like some kind of process you have to go through.
I'm trying to think of what an example of that would be, because I feel like you can make anything fun.
Yeah, I do find like even if it's a shitty like mindless project, kind of that you're just getting a job done, it's like you can use that as an opportunity to like figure out your process for those projects, become more efficient at like doing those shitty little.
The other thing is too, for projects that are just like a little bit mindless, it's a really, really great palate cleanser for your brain, where you can turn on a podcast or a movie and space out and just let your brain operate.
Yeah.
You don't have to you don't have to just sit there and think and try to be creative about every single step. You just get it done and you just zone out, and that's actually a pretty enjoyable job. Like some of the projects where I've had to do that have been like even like fonts and shit. Like when you're drawing a font, like once you kind of figure out the style, then it's just like mechanical, like
applying it across
like
the rest,
cleaning it up and doing the technical shit that's like kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You just turn everything on and you just kind of like let your brain kind of float between music or movie or whatever, or sound, and your body just goes, and it's kind of soothing. So those are nice to have sometimes.
That's weird, because that's kind of how like every animation job that we've done has been. For me at least. Like you're super excited, but the truth is you have to draw like thousands of images. You know what I mean? And it's like at some point you're gonna like break and not be into,
right,
even though the end result. So it's like those are perfect examples of like the projects are super exciting.
Yeah.
But realistically, like the work that you're doing a lot of the time to get to there is like
tedious.
going and it's like you better find a way to like drive through, because you're in it. for a long time.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
That's right. Yes, you are.
yeah. Yeah. Comment. All right. This comment's from episode 12, Butter Eater, which I think was a person you seen on a Subway eating a stick of butter, right?
Is that what that was? I kind of
I
remember
think
that.
so. I think so.
Holy shit, that's funny.
Not a fan of the term hot minute. It's too Red Hot Chili Peppers. See their 1995
Nope.
album, One Hot Minute.
Nope.
How about something?
Nope.
How about something a bit more LIHC, like
Nope.
using blast beat for the quick hits
Nope.
and breakdown for the longer, slower,
Nope.
detailed stuff?
I answered it like 10 times.
No. The hot minute's here to stay.
The hot minute stays.
I think that means we're in the hot minute.
Oh, what did you say, Brent? You said we're in the hot minute?
I think we're going.
Oh, custom.
That's our other co-host,
Yo,
the devil.
let me tell you something. There are design podcasts out there.
Yeah.
That I have not and maybe will never be invited onto. And I think that's the reason why, is because of things like this.
The devil? The fact that we signed a third party with the devil?
Yo, dude, there is a whole portion of the design industry that I think wants nothing to do with me. And I'm not really sure why, but like there are certain places, certain publications and stuff that will not touch me with a 10-foot pole. And I don't really know why.
You know what it is? It's that
it's the devil. It's because I travel with the devil, obviously.
Yeah, I think so. Which I think more people should get on board with.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
he's
man.
here
Look,
to stay.
He's doing friggin' he's doing intro sequences for us.
Yeah,
he's cool.
So this is the
chill.
hot. So this is the hot minute.
Yeah.
Favorite T-shirt you've ever owned?
Favorite T-shirt I've ever owned in my life. Oh, dude. My Yankees T-shirt, my NY, my navy blue Yankees T-shirt with the white NY, but not the one that I own now, the one that I owned when I was a kid, when it was like the 80s, when it was just like, it was cool to have like those old pictures and just like an NY you know, like it was like real, like, looked like real, like Son of Sam type era T-shirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely what this podcast is about. Son of Sam, the devil. Everybody loves Raymond.
There's a real theme going on this one.
Yeah. Man, I don't have a favorite T-shirt.
Never?
Maybe like no, I don't have a favorite T-shirt.
You never had a favorite T-shirt in your life?
No.
Where you're like, I love that T-shirt. I'm gonna wear it all the time. I could tell you about so many of my favorite T-shirts.
Wait, you have a top three?
Dude,
top
I have
three
so
favorite
many
T-shirts?
favorite T-shirts. I had a T-shirt. It was a Nirvana Incesticide T-shirt, which was their like third, like release ish. It was like a compilation CD, whatever. I know you're not like a fan, but it was like the full album cover on like this weird like pea green T-shirt. I used to wear it all the time. It was pretty sick. I ripped a hole in it skateboarding. My mom patched it. It was awesome. I could probably sell it on eBay for like $1,000 right now.
Where you still own it?
It's somewhere. I got it somewhere. I didn't throw it out. I have it somewhere.
Yes. You skate.
Oh, you turned into a robot.
Oh,
What
did
you
I?
say? Yeah, you did.
You used to skateboard?
Yeah, poorly. Pretty poorly, actually.
Oh, okay.
I skateboarded in like my early teen years, very poorly. And then one time I fell off and hit my head on the concrete.
Again. I skateboarded for a bit, and then one time I did like a 4-set and my back foot came off and I did the splits.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it for me. I was done skateboarding.
Dude, let me tell you something. The one and only time I ever tried to surf, my friend had a surfboard and he's like, and I'm like, yo, I have to try that. So he shows me how to do it. I get up on the board, and I catch a wave, and I ride the wave. And it was amazing, but I didn't know how to get off. So I'm just like riding the wave to the shore, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how to get off. So I kind of almost like step off, and the surfboard goes one way, and my leg goes the other way. And then everything in the middle just slams down to the ground. And I could have sworn I tore myself from the inside out.
You know, that's a very good analogy for life. Yo, everyone can get on and ride, but how do you get off?
That's right, dude. That's right. Like, I was literally on the shore for a second, feeling around to make sure nothing fell out.
Did I just die? Are you guys going to make a Slack channel for the podcast?
A what?
A Slack channel
Nope.
for the podcast. What about like a Discord for the podcast?
Nope.
Okay. What about like a text group? Okay.
Nope.
I've considered it for a second. And then it'll get out of hand, and I can't keep up with that shit. I can't keep up with the work Slack that we have to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we'd keep up with it for like a week, and then
can't do
it. You reach a point, where somebody like will text you like multiple paragraphs, and the first paragraph you were like, "Okay, I'm too busy, but I'll get back to that," and then you get like a few other from them, and you're like, "I'm never getting to these.
I can't get back to that.
Yeah, these are dead forever."
It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Besides murdering people, what else is Brent into?
That's
nothing.
The end.
Just that. Yeah,
that's
just
the
that.
End. That's the end. But see that we didn't even hesitate. We both knew the answer to that one.
Yeah. What's the weirdest design request or concept you've been given by a client?
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I got an email. Maybe 9 or 10 years ago, from Robert Redford. Familiar with Robert Redford, the actor?
What is this legitimately, Robert Redford?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never gotten to the bottom of it.
Yes.
The email address seemed like it checked out. Okay? It seemed like it checked out. Everything seemed as legitimate as it could be. And I still wasn't sure if this was real or not. He emailed me asking me to shave a design into the side of his horse.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I don't know. I was so like I'm not a gullible person, and I will not fall for things.
Yeah.
But
me
so
neither.
much of what was sent looked real that I had to pass it over to my business manager at the time, and I showed him, and he's also not one to get taken. And he was like, I don't know. He was like, I guess we'll follow up. And we followed up, and we were just like asking questions, and I think we got one more email back, and then nothing after that.
He just said no.
No, he didn't even know. It just like kind of disappeared. So I was just like, was this a joke? And we fell for it, like a really elaborate, like well played joke, or was this the like the musings of an old man who just figured out how to use email and then didn't know how to finish the requests,
or just asked for something that was like way too like, or his horse died.
Or his horse is dead. Yeah.
And he was like, I can't answer this email
dude,
back.
I'll shave a design in your horse, no problem.
Dude, you know what? You should find that email address, and put that out into the world,
You think I should do that?
Yeah, let people...
I think that's a bad idea.
Actually ask for his number.
Yeah.
And then we'll put that out into the world.
Give me your number.
Listen, I'm going to need your number.
Bobby Redford, give me your number.
Yo, that's a really cool...
Send me your number.
That's a cool request.
It is a cool
to think.
Well, dude, if you got that request, you would have been psyched because you like horses, I'm assuming, and you used to be
horses.
A barber, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's crazy is that's crazy you bring that up, because today I got like a 9-year, 10-year notification thing, like for a photo that I took.
Yeah,
and it was of a haircut that I did.
Wow, look at you!
I was like, yeah, I saved like the Superman logo on somebody's head.
Damn, jack of all trades.
Yeah, I would have been super disappointed when he just stopped responding to my emails.
Yeah.
I would have been I would have been pretty angry.
I was pretty busted up. I considered ending it all after he didn't answer me back.
Yo, he's made some great movies too. I think he's like directing movies.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever. Here's a funny thing. So tonight the Golden Globes were on. So my wife and I usually watch them and just like rip them to shreds. Like every award show that can be on TV, that's tolerable enough to watch. We just like rip them apart. And Sean Penn came out, and I was like, you know what? I've never watched a Sean Penn movie in my life.
No, you definitely have.
I don't think so.
What about that surfing one?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay.
Name one. I can't even name one beyond like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't even know what else he's been in. I know he's famous. I know he's in a ton of shit, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
I can say without a doubt I do not like him as a person.
Yeah, you're gonna say that?
Just based on
the record?
Yeah. On the record, me and Sean Penn,
you guys
we'll never be friends.
It never
ever.
It's not gonna work out.
Yeah. He'd be like, Brent, can I be your friend? I'd be like, nope. You know, people. Nope. Have you ever heard somebody say that? Like, people will be like, yo, like, I really want to meet Sean Penn because I think he would like me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God, is that the worst?
You know where people are like,
the worst.
Yeah, and it's like, no, he wouldn't.
Why do
I guarantee he
say
wouldn't.
Things like that.
Yeah, I guarantee he wouldn't. I don't even like you.
Yo, it's just like, I feel like me and Milton Glaser would get along. I think he would like me.
Yeah. You know what? And it's funny because it's like, if you think about Milton Glaser, that guy hates everybody.
I know. That's why we would get along.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's like, no, he'd probably hate you for thinking that you'd get along.
And then it would just make me like him more. I'd be like, oh, this guy, he's consistent.
Yeah, he will not budge. I like that. When are you going to make Brent the intern? Sorry, I got to reread this again because I wrote it really bad. When are you going to make Brent the intern, Brent the employee?
Nope.
All right, moving on.
If you had to rob a bank with fellow designers, who's your crew and what are their heist tasks?
Oh, dude. Okay, so we talked about this one, and it's okay. This is really hard to do because the majority of designers, I think, I can't picture them robbing a bank. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Now, listen, I'm not robbing a bank. I am not a bank robber type. However, if I were robbing a bank and no one on the Contino team was involved, the direct Contino team, I came up with 3 people who I thought would be good people to be on my heist team.
Yeah.
So the first person I thought of was Travis Robertson of the agency Colossus. Now, Travis and I have worked together for years. He's got a great history, great dude, but he was also an MMA fighter.
Oh, was he?
Yes. So I choose Travis to be on my team for the muscle. Okay?
Yeah.
Then I would choose Joshua Davis to be on my team because he appears to not give a fuck about anything. Anytime I see Joshua Davis, he's always just got like a cigar. And he's just like, whatever.
Dude, I don't even know who Joshua Davis is.
You don't know Joshua? PlayStation? Have you ever seen PlayStation? Is this
Never.
Before your time?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Well, look up Joshua Davis. He used to do, he still does, he does like a lot of crazy like computer generated motion designs. So like he'll program stuff to be like super abstract.
Oh, you showed me Joshua Davis.
Yeah.
You showed me Joshua Davis.
Yeah, so I would choose him. And then the third person on my team I would choose would be Juan Carlos Pagan.
Yeah.
Because
why? I already know why.
Why?
That's your fall guy.
Because I feel like in the world of graphic design, he most closely resembles me. So so as not to get caught, I'd be point at him. I'd be like, that guy.
Check the security cameras. It's 100% him.
That's Juan, man. That's Juan Carlos over there. You know Pinterest? He designed the Pinterest logo. Go for that guy.
Oh, did he design the Pinterest logo?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't even know that.
It'll be Pinterest logo designer caught for robbing a bank. John Contino shocked.
John Contino shocked.
And then they would interview me and be like, I don't know, he's always such a good dude. I don't know what happened to him. He must have hit hard times.
Yeah, it's really weird because, I know it looks like me on the camera at first glance, but
It's not me, Juan Carlos. Look at that tight fade.
Yeah.
That's Juan Carlos.
Yeah, that's a good fall guy for you.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah. Other than that, man, it's really tough. Like you look through like the list of designers and stuff like that. It's like, man, this one's too nice. This one's kind of shy. This one is just like doesn't have a mean bone in their body. It's just like I can't make a team. I can't have the Reservoir Dogs all like, writing like love letters to their grandmothers. Come on.
You know what? My list is solo. I'm doing it by myself.
I know you're doing it by yourself. Are you gonna like strap like a fucking like a cannon to your back?
Right? Yeah.
Just like guns blazing, not even trying to like get in and out quietly. You're just gonna make a big mess.
Big hole in the side of the wall. Right into the vault.
Amazing.
Gone.
Amazing.
Yeah. I might get caught. Probably will get caught.
You definitely get caught. They would give you the death penalty too, I think.
Yeah, that's what they do in Canada.
They'd be sure to kill you.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh man. So this has been last week was a tiring week because I was prepping for, like, as we talked about earlier, I was prepping for the vaccine for this week.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's going to hit me. So this week is going to be an interesting week in the world of graphic design for Contino because I don't know. I don't know. Like some people are just like, it feels like I got punched in the arm, and then other people are like, I've been sick for 2 weeks with this fucking vaccine, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to land on that spectrum.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So this might be the last one for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It depends. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we skip Monday. Now you guys will know why. But we've been pretty good. Like damn, dude, we haven't missed a week, and we kind of even doubled up once or twice, right?
Yeah. Which sometimes once we double up, I go, oh no, we should have spaced those out.
What happens if John has to get a vaccine?
Yeah, what happens? Yeah. But I think, we've talked about it. It's impossible for us to double up or triple up on podcasts.
Yeah. I think
we're too on the beat. Don't you hate when people say that shit?
Yeah. I mean, like, could we? Shit, man. I was talking about topical stuff that happened like literally like hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we could.
That's as topical as it gets.
Yeah. I get too bored.
Yeah. Don't try listening to this in like the next 4 months. It's not gonna make sense.
Yeah.
Dude, wait until someone listens. Like, if someone's like, hey, I discovered the show. I went back and I started listening from the beginning. You guys were talking about the fucking Golden Globes and COVID vaccines.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dated.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're doing throwback questions, actually. And, like, some of them are like, whoa, that's very dated. That's like 2 years old, that topic.
This is such your generation. You're doing throwback shit already. It's the friggin' the show hasn't even done 100 episodes yet. You're already dipping into the throwback bag.
I mean, we're 3 years old.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? Because, I mean, we missed a whole year there.
Dude, that's crazy because I only met you like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been doing stuff for you for 4 years now.
Yeah, this number changes constantly. You're like, no, it's like 6 years. No, it's like 5 years. No, it's like 8 years. Like, what is the number?
4.
4 years?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because
I don't believe
I started my new job 4 years. And that's when I also started working with you. That's when we did the rollovers.
Oh yeah, on the old Contino site.
Yeah, the rollovers that have been ripped by other websites. That's when we started like that style, realistically.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's not our style, but it is.
No, I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, we didn't invent animated rollovers, but that particular thing that we did was definitely ripped a few times.
Yeah, I mean, you carried it to the new site, and it's been ripped.
We amped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We amped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
that was a good one. nice and tight. We talked about a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, let's do some. If you guys have any tough questions, let's throw some tough questions in here. We'll get deep on some of them. Design, business, life, documentaries, serial killers, whether or not Brent will have one made about him at some point. It's all there, So whatever you got. And I don't know. Should I start saying the ending shit again? Does it help if you say rate and review? Because I feel like at the beginning of this we had like really good traction, and now we're actually like consistent. We're a consistent podcast. But I feel like I gave up on telling people to rate and review because I thought it was stupid. But does that keep us out of the ranks of podcast discoverability? How does this algorithm work? Do you know?
And I think that we need some comments, some likes on at least iTunes.
I really hate being a slave to the algorithm and then getting pissed off at it and then just saying fuck it, I'm not doing it. And then that biting me in the ass because it's just like, hey, how come I can't find your podcast? How come I can't see your post on Instagram? And I'm like, God damn it. It's just like, I'm going to just start sending out a magazine. How about that? With like a CD like stapled to the inside of the middle of the magazine. And you could just listen to it that way.
Yeah, the secret podcast.
People would be like, yo, this is such a cool idea, but I don't read printed material and I don't have a CD player.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a CD player? I don't.
Nope.
Actually,
I don't have a CD player, so good luck to us to listen to our own shit then.
You know what? I know this is the end of the podcast.
I don't even have a CD player in my car.
You mean neither?
I don't even have a gas tank in my car.
Yo, that's the truth though, is like I kind of like look at people who are starting on TikTok and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I'm never doing that. But it's like, is that going to be the fall off of like not willing to jump platforms and things like that?
Yo, before we sign off, are you familiar with NFT?
No.
It's like the cryptocurrency. You can sell artwork online and shit like that. This is foreign to you?
Yeah, this is completely foreign.
I feel like we should talk about it at some point because somebody reached out to me and they were like, yo, you should do like NFT sales and shit like that. So it's like the same like all this like blockchain shit or whatever.
Yeah.
People are selling artwork on there, like editions, like limited editions, and people are buying them. And
for NFT.
Yeah, like using like Ethereum or Bitcoin or some shit like that or whatever. Like I am out of the I'm out of like the whole crypto world because I was born in the early 80s. So I feel like a lot of people in my generation are lucky if they even know how to use Facebook, it seems. According to my high school group on Facebook.
You have a high school group on Facebook?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like a lot of kids that I grew up with either really knew how to use the internet and like leaned into it, and then the others just kind of like we're right on the cusp of this internet technology, and we choose not to learn it. You know what I mean? So they kind of were just like, we'll just stay back here in the past. It's safe back here.
I know this might sound stupid because I might be like, maybe I'll get taken, but I don't really care about learning about cryptocurrency or like if it becomes the future. Like, I mean, what are they going to do? Crash the whole economy?
Dude, I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe we should have like a crypto expert on to like tell us about it and why NFT is the future. Because like when I'm hearing about it, it's like the future of art. Like museums will be based on this and blah blah blah. And it's like a scary thought, and it's an interesting thought. And it's also a thought I don't give a fuck about. So, like, I have, like, my brain is in 3 separate buckets with this. And I don't know if I should care about it or if I shouldn't. And I don't have enough interest in it to really learn enough about it on my own. But then I also see people who I admire and respect and like going crazy for it. And I'm just like, damn, like maybe there is something to it. And I assumed that you were young enough to just like know what that shit is automatically, but clearly you're useless.
Cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
I know what cryptocurrency is.
Yeah,
I don't care about it.
You don't know any of the other shit about it. You don't know what NFT is.
No, never. There's too many. There's too many. And at what point is it going to get so? Is that the trick to make it not work? Is it's going to be so diluted across so many different cryptocurrencies,
I don't know,
or
man.
what?
I don't know. Or are we like missing the boat, and this is a gold rush? Could we?
Well, I mean,
could we both have indoor swimming pools by the end of the week if we just knew what NFT was?
yeah, maybe I'll do some Googling tonight.
And how about this? 2 years from now, we're just like, remember when we didn't know what NFT was, and we're just like trillionaires because we like figured it out.
Yo, I heard that you're going to be selling some fonts for NFT.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nope.
Give me your credit card information, please.
Oh man, yeah. So if maybe we should do. You know what we should do? I like how we just like come up with ideas while we're doing the show.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have someone on the show that's like a crypto NFT person. And it doesn't have to be a full thing. Maybe we'll do like 10 minutes on it. And we'll just like, we'll give everybody a crash course into NFT and like art and why it's valuable. And maybe we should argue why it's useless at the same time because we don't know much about it. And then have
which that's what I love is when somebody doesn't know anything about it and they're just like
have them convince
arguing their
us
point.
Why we need to embrace it and why it's the future of art and design.
Well, while we're throwing out ideas, somebody could send us an audio clip, 30 seconds or less, explaining why we need to use it.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, maybe maybe someone could do that, and then we can discuss it and decide whether or not we want to do that.
Because if you write in and it starts with like, here's some information about NFT, I'm not going to read it.
Everybody thinks that you do a job on this show, but you don't do shit.
Yeah.
You came up with throwbacks. Come on.
Yeah.
Get out.
I invented throwbacks.
So useless. I have like a whole thing planned for like the next episode that I'm alive for. It's already more than you've ever done for the show.
Listen, if you send more than 3 sentences, I don't know if I could read it.
Do you remember when I came up with that whole build a Halloween agency game for one of our Halloween podcasts?
Yeah, that was great.
And what did you come up with? Throwbacks.
Yeah.
Throwbacks.
Yeah. I mean, I made that sick bumper that's going to help lose connection with the industry.
The devil made that.
Yeah, sorry, I mean the devil. I mean I sat down with the devil though. Yes, I got him to record it.
Yeah, during one of your weekly meetings.
Yeah. He's like, "Thank you for sending me all these people."
I got too much to do. What app should I use to organize all this?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you really want to do a whole podcast on crypto?
No. That's why I'm saying like a couple of minutes, just like going back and forth, because I feel like it's one of those things that we as designers and artists probably should know about, because it's starting to make a dent into our world a little bit, where it's, people are getting so frustrated with the Instagrams of the world and all that kind of shit, and whatever social network you're using and the algorithms and everything, and just the way crypto is used in terms of finances and the way that it's being applied to art is this whole other kind of unique democratized thing, which kind of takes the element of, like the Zuckerbergs out of shit, and, the advertising aspect, and like you being a product of these things.
Yeah.
Which I like,
yeah.
And I appreciate that. But how realistic is it? And is it going to be something that in a few years, it's like, this is hard to say because I still don't understand it, but like people who use Snapchat, like you use Snapchat, it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't know why anyone would want it. Like, I don't know how you're getting anything out of it. It just seems useless. But at the same time, tons of people know what it is and use it and enjoy it and they love it. So
yeah, you know what I think? It's the only thing that any of those things do is just make communication fun in like an interesting way, in a quick way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the fact that they just delete, you look at it, it's gone forever, was interesting, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dead now. Let's face it.
Yeah, because Instagram stole it. Because it's
Yeah.
We have
That.
an employee of Instagram that wants to come on the show.
Oh, that's right.
We should do that.
No, we don't fuck with anyone from Instagram.
No, it's got to happen. Are you kidding me? No, he's cool. I talked to him before. He's cool. We gotta get him on the show. But I don't want to get him in trouble at the same time either, because it's still, I don't want to take money out of anybody's pocket, you know. But at the same time,
Can we just silhouette?
Oh yeah, do like a voice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it'll literally be like that. Like no one can understand what he's saying.
Like it will be like, don't worry, we'll mask your name, and underneath it'll be like J Contino.
It's literally just you talking about how shitty Instagram is.
Oh my God. All right, we got some plans, man. We've been talking about but this is the thing. We're actually doing it. We're following through. That's why I'm warning you guys that I'm getting a vaccine. And if I'm under the weather for some reason for the next episode, just hang tight, because there will be another episode. We're not going to go another 6 months without one.
I mean,
nah, I'm doing it.
The slippery slope.
Fucking life or death, man. I'll do this from the grave if I have to. I made a promise to the people, keeping it.
So coming full circle, I think we do maybe need. I mean, I loved reading some of the reviews that we got. Were great. They're hilarious. Yeah. If you want to write a good funny review or a bad funny review, if you really don't like this podcast, go ahead.
If you don't like it, still give us 5 stars, but trash us in the review.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Actually, can we get 5 stars? Trashy review.
I'll just be like, here's a bunch of things I don't like about myself. You can use these in your review.
Oh yeah. So I think we do need, if people are willing.
Okay, cool. So this is what we're gonna do. Go on iTunes and rate this 5 stars, and then in the review tell us what you really think.
If it's 1 star, we will not read it.
Yeah, so. No. It's got to be 5 stars, and then you could write whatever you want inside the review, and then we're cool with it.
Yeah,
right? Does it work like that? Unless it's got like a smart, like artificial intelligence where it reads it and it can tell that it's like, hatred coming through, even though it says
there's
5
nothing
stars.
Smart about Apple.
Oh man! All right, so rate us with 5 stars, and then write something about us on there, and then we'll go back to reading some of those too. Brent, you got any words of wisdom to close us out like you normally do? Always a winner. Stay up! A frozen break that paralyzed the truth!